gets even looking today calling for the execution of elected officials and made a video that he didn't like.
If convicted. Execution if convicted.
There was no if convicted, first of all, from the thing that he retruthed. Why are you smiling? It's disgusting.
Why are you?
Oh, you're not that upset.
Tell us what it says.
But
stop it. No, I'm not upset about her calling him vile, and I'm not upset about the sedition thing either.
Well, you should be, actually, because that actually proves out the
I'll
Democrats'
decide when I'm
point.
upset.
No,
You don't decide when I'm upset.
They made a video
Except
saying
when you
this
make me
guy
upset,
might
and you're
ask
starting
you
to make me upset.
Wait, by the way,
That's Fox News co-host and woman with a voice for silent films, Jessica Tarlov, melting down because Jesse Watters dared to point out that Democrats are literally encouraging military disobedience while pretending Trump is the problem. It's the classic left-wing routine. Create chaos, cry victim, then accuse Trump of doing what they're actually doing. Welcome to Nerk News, I'm Nerkish, and it looks like Democrats are once again projecting their own sedition fantasies onto Trump while pretending to be guardians of norms. Because every time Trump highlights the legal consequences of undermining the chain of command, establishment media personalities suddenly panic and start redefining words to protect their own side. Here's Jessica Tarlov escalating the liberal theatrics only to get shut down by Gutfeld.
And how about a little light treason? A group of Democratic lawmakers with military backgrounds releasing a video urging service members to refuse illegal orders from Trump. Watch.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You can refuse illegal orders.
You must refuse illegal orders.
No one has to carry out orders that violate the law or our Constitution.
We know this is hard and that it's a difficult time to be a public servant.
But whether you're serving in the CIA,
The Army,
Our Navy,
the Air Force,
your vigilance is critical.
and know that we have your back.
Because now, more than ever,
The American people need you.
who put that together? I'm just curious. Like, was that like something that came up over drinks at a bar? Because they don't mention any law that's being broken. They don't even get specific about it. So it's kind of it's a psyop, really, what it is. Because I'm just curious who made the phone calls, who said this was a wise idea, and because I'm trying to think, wouldn't I already know what they're talking about? And I don't know what they're talking about. Are they insinuating something about the National Guard? I mean, there's 1,000 National Guard in the New York City subways, thanks to Hochul. They're still situated in New York since 9/11. So I don't know. Is that wrong? It sounds treasonous until they explain what it is. But the only way you can find it is some journalist has to call up each office and go, who organizes?
I think that you guys would agree with me as people who enjoy how gross Donald Trump is and how down in the dirt he gets, even looking today, calling for the execution of elected officials and made a video that he didn't like. They made a video
Except
saying
when you
this
make me
guy
upset.
might
You're
ask
starting
you
to make me upset.
Wait, by the way, Jessica, we did do this story yesterday, and we're not doing it right now. But that's not what he said in that thing. He said if sedition equals death. He didn't say these 6 people, but we knew that. But I didn't want to get into it here because I wanted.
You know, Democrats cheer on defiance of federal law when it benefits them, then melt down the moment Trump reminds them what the statutes actually say. I mean, this is the same political machine that turned sanctuary cities into a badge of honor while thousands of criminal aliens walked free. And now they want to pretend that urging the military to preemptively question Trump's lawful authority is somehow responsible. Trump pointing out the real consequences for undermining the chain of command isn't radical. It's the basic system Democrats pretend doesn't exist whenever it gets in the way of their agenda. Tarlov's outburst is just the emotional version of that pattern. Dodge responsibility, play the victim, and hope people don't notice who's actually trying to erode military discipline.
Scott Jennings, I mean, even Lindsey Graham says it's over the top, right? To say that it should be punishable by death here. I mean, this seems to represent a significant escalation here for the president to say that something members of Congress did should result in what it should result in.
Yeah, and the White House press secretary was asked directly about it today, and she said, no, that's not what the president was calling for. You said it in your opening monologue. And so, you know, Caroline Leavitt speaks for the president, she speaks for the White House, and I take her at her word. I do think the president is drawing attention to and is outraged by something that we should take note of and should be outraged by. You have Democrat members of Congress raising the prospect that the president has given illegal orders, which no one can yet tell me what that is, what order is illegal, and B, encouraging members of the military to defy the chain of command and disobey the commander-in-chief. And the reason they're doing it is because that's what their base demands. It's why they shut down the government. Their base demands that they try to throw sand in the gears of government operations, and that would include interrupting Donald Trump being the commander-in-chief. I think he has a right to be outraged about this. I'm glad Caroline said what she said at the podium, but I think the underlying issue here is very troubling, trying to encourage the military to defy the commander-in-chief. It goes to the core of their belief that Trump has never been a legitimate president. They've believed it since 2016, and they obviously still believe it today.
Well,
You know, Democrats keep manufacturing scenarios where Trump is supposedly about to issue imaginary illegal orders, then demand the military preemptively revolt. And establishment media always applauds it. Meanwhile, the same people pushing mutiny are the ones who tried to pack the Supreme Court, bypass the Electoral College, and shield criminal aliens in sanctuary cities while crime spiked across Chicago, Denver, and New York. I mean, this is a party that openly said it would rewrite the system if it couldn't control it. So of course they're now panicking when Trump reminds them that actual statutes carry real penalties. Jennings simply articulates what MAGA people already see. Trump is defending institutional integrity while Democrats are openly undermining it for political leverage. But let me know what you think. Is Trump right to spotlight the left's push for military disobedience and remind them what the law actually says? Let me know in the comments, and if you enjoyed this video, please give it a like and subscribe to the channel. That stuff really does help us out. Until then, this has been Nerk News. Thanks for watching. Bye.